So I was seeing a rapid decline in my health and my energy levels, and it was gradually going down over time, and I could actually see how it was distinct times where it was getting worse and worse. And I just thought it was, I'm getting older, I'm just out of shape. Ever since COVID, we were working from home, so I was getting very little activity. And hitting 54, I'm just thinking, wow, this is what life is like. And for a long time, I had been thinking, hey, I need to do something here. I need to do something. Mentally, I wanted to, but physically, I didn't feel like I was able to. So what I didn't know, I knew I had to do something, but what I didn't know is that I had a major medical condition going on that was causing the energy levels to decrease. So once I kind of got that corrected, now mentally, I knew I wanted to do something. And physically, I felt like I could take that leap. And scrolling through Facebook one day, I saw an ad for Raw, and it kind of just really hit home with we're looking for guys over 50 that want to lose some weight and want to get back in shape, and it just all that timing seemed to work. When I thought back, I had been thinking about getting back in shape and saying, yeah, I got to do that, I got to do that. Next thing you know, 10 years went by. And what I kind of learned is, sometimes later becomes never. And I was in my early 50s. I was 53 when I started here, and I started thinking about it. Hey, I got about 50 pounds to lose, and if I continue at this pace of gaining X amount of pounds per year, and I keep getting older, am I going to be able to lose 70 pounds at 60? Am I going to be able to do the type of activity that's required and the mindset that's needed at 60 years old to get back where I needed to be? So it was kind of, I think everybody who gets into fitness and makes that change, they have that, moment where it's just like, hey, this is the time. And like I said, it was like, if not now, when? A lot of it was just the lack of motivation and energy. I just never really felt like I had the energy to go do things. When I did go out and do things, I was a couple instances that really went on a trip with my wife, and we were walking through the airport, and it got to a point where I needed to take breaks walking through the airport. And that's kind of where it first hit me, where this isn't normal. Another instance was I went to a concert down at Comerica Park with my buddy, and we walked up to the upper deck, and I literally had to pretend I was checking out the field and everything because I was so out of breath I couldn't even carry on a conversation with him. So it was like those moments where it hit me, where it's like, this. I know I'm out of shape, but this isn't normal for my age, and I need to make some changes. So I responded to the ad for the over 50, looking for X amount of guys to it was more like a challenge, or it looked like more of like a boot camp style thing. And that's always been my mindset. When I get into something, I want to just dive in head first and just go all out. So I responded, had a meeting with one of the coaches here, and it was kind of more of a feel out session to see if Raw was right for me, and also was I right for Raw, because you guys have a very distinct program that you do here. It's not like your average gym and, hey, it's just working out. There's, nutrition and accountability and, hydration, sleep, all the things that kind of I've learned intertwined with each other and help you get the best results. So again, throughout my life, from been in and out of fitness, I knew what were the right things to eat, but there's always obstacles that get in the way of that. What I've always tried to do, I've tried different gyms. I've tried doing my own workout from things that I know and learned. I've tried the home DVD programs, the P90X things, but what those things don't offer that Raw does is the accountability aspect of it. It's more of a somebody really cares and wants to see you get the best results. So they're just, hey, is there anything you need? Is there, what can we help you with? And then another aspect of accountability that I never really thought about was in this group setting, this becomes like a family to you. And you come at certain times and you're seeing the same people, and you're almost like, I mentioned a boot camp earlier. It almost is like a boot camp. I tell you, you're going through the same things. You build this bond with these people, and you almost feel like, man, I like you're almost letting them down if you don't show up. And I think one of the things that happened early on was, I'm in here again, totally overweight, totally out of shape, and I'm dying after these workouts, and I'm thinking everybody in here is just, you know, fitness gurus, and this is easy, and I'm the only one, kind of like you said, like an outcast, like I'm the only one who can handle this. Well, you start talking with the people, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm dying. That was tough." And wow, that was a really, that was one of the hardest workouts we've done this week. And it's like, wow, okay, I'm not the only one feeling that. And you kind of build that camaraderie. And again, you don't get that doing it on your own or watching a DVD or going to a one of the commercial gyms and trying to do your own thing. That's what makes Raw stand out from anything that I've ever been involved with. From the time I started, after about the couple months, barrier that I broke through, then I did join one of the challenges, and it was a 12-week challenge, so it was a big commitment. And I just put the blinders on, man. I said I'm going to follow through to the T on everything. I just said, I'm going to do this for this period of time. So I hit my target weight that I thought I would feel comfortable at and what I felt comfortable at in the past. My body fat percentage when I started here was 33%, and I'm down under 15% now. And in the first 5 months I was here, I lost close to 50 pounds and gained about close to 10 pounds of muscle. That's like three men's bowling balls carrying around all day long, for everything you do. One of the things that I'm glad I did was I took a picture. And then once I hit that target weight, I said, well, I'm going to take a picture of myself now. I said, oh, let me pull up a comparison. And I couldn't even believe that the first picture was me, because you see yourself every day. It's a gradual transformation. You kind of think, okay, yeah, I look a little bit better, but not much different. It was, like night and day to me. When you see those results, it just gives you even more, incentive to keep coming and, wanting to keep with it. One of the other big aspects of this that I really didn't anticipate was the mental health aspect of it. I've struggled with some depression, bouts of depression, some anxiety in the past, and those things are gone now. So the endurance and the fitness aspect of it is one thing, but the mental thing is almost, it's another thing that brings me in here every morning. I almost look at it as like an antidepressant pill. Even when I on my way here, I might be thinking about some work problems and whatnot. When I leave here, I have a totally different mindset about them. There's still the problems are still there, but I just think of them differently. And I'm sure this is pretty common phrase, is that if I could do it, anybody can do it. And I think a lot of people look at it as, hey, I don't think I could give this stuff up for this long. What I found is if you go through it for just a period of time, all of a sudden those things don't really appeal to you anymore. I haven't had fast food in over a year, and I don't even miss it. That was a normal routine for me in the past. And now I don't crave it at all. So the things that people might be worried about, not being able to do without, just stick with it for a period of time, and the rest will take care of it. So it's amazing how there's things that I thought I'd never be able to do again in my life that I'm doing now, that I don't even think twice of now. So